Yeah. So in the head section, we learned about how to deal with the meta options and how do we work with the meta options technically. So when we are dealing with the meta options, I told you that meta will play one key role in working with SEO, search engine optimization. So, as we already discussed, Meta is not only the option for SEO, Meta is one option of SEO. That means there are several things in Meta and which you cannot even practically see the output happening, but you should know about them. So, because finally, when we publish live, applications go live, then they must be search engine friendly. For that, few things are very important. So we have character sets, we have meta description. Another important is meta have another attribute. So in the meta attributes, meta name can have some keywords actually. Meta name can have keywords. Actual meta keywords are nothing but, so in a simple example here, so meta keywords are present. Keywords. Actually, meta keywords nothing but when user is searching in any search engine, when user is searching for any content. So let's go into Google and we are searching for some content here, like tutorial, HTML, something like this. And when we search for HTML tutorial online, something like this. Actually, these are considered as keywords. These are considered as keywords. When user is typing some words inside the search box, those are called keywords. So when user is typing these keywords, the robots will verify whether the keywords relative any information is present in your page. That means it will search for these keywords in your page. And if these keywords are matching, then it will find your page and it will show in the search results. So it will show in the search results, but it is not guaranteed to show in the first page because that depends on a complete SEO. But picking up your page and showing in search results is very important. For that, you should match with these keywords actually. So these are the keywords. Suppose HTML, some websites are there, and we typed keywords like tutorial HTML online. Suppose some W3 schools came. Now what we are doing is, let's open this website. In this, right click and view page source, or you can inspect element. When you inspect element, you can see the elements will come here. So right side, the list of all the elements. In the elements, you can go to the head section. In the head section, you can see meta keywords are there. And in the keywords, meta name keywords, and see the content. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, they are giving some keywords. And very important is some description also there. This description I showed you in the last session. Character set is there. Character set is UTF-8. And keywords are nothing but, these are important to find your website. Many people, when they are searching, so that means suppose they are searching, see, they given several keywords like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, examples, exercises, source code, colors. Because generally people may search by using different keywords in different ways. We don't know how people will search. Their order of typing is different, their grammar of searching is different. Then if any keywords are matching, we need to pull up the page and display in the results. For that, keywords will play the key role. So that means what we have to do now here, meta keywords. So that means the keywords are used to identify the page. So and show in search results, search results. So the keywords you type in a search box. The keywords you type in a search box, right? The keywords you type in search box. So you type in the search box, and the keywords in your meta are matched. So that means the keywords you type in search box and the keywords in your meta are matched. So that means they are actually verified. So if they are matching with those keywords, then it will show in the search results. It will get them and display in the search results. So generally how we write the meta keywords. So meta keywords are written in this way. So we defined meta. Name is equal to keywords, and content is equal to some keywords that can describe your website. Some keywords. So those keywords will be keep on changing. Our developers have keep on changing the keywords because search criteria may be changing, different options. Suppose for shopping, what the keywords we can give, like footwear, like fashion, like so online sale, like this. So and shopping and online shopping, like this keywords can be defined. Now when user is searching for these type of words and it is matching with the meta present inside your page, then it will pick up them and display them in the search results. So keywords are very important for finding your page. So that's what generally keywords are used for. And syntactically, we write the keyword in this way. So syntactically, we write the keywords in this way. So we have to use meta, and meta name is equal to keywords. Meta content, what keywords you want to use. As I already told you, right? Lengthy strings and keywords are not expected, not supported. So then maximum 255 characters long. So the keywords are good for meta, that are important for meta. You cannot give lengthy keywords, hundreds, thousands of keywords you cannot type. So I already told you, if you are violating the standards, then the robots will ignore that page and will not show in the search results. So meta has options. So three important options. One is meta character set, meta description, and meta keywords. Meta name is having one more option. So that is we have meta viewport. Meta viewport is also there. Viewport is a concept which you will learn in CSS very much. Here we will start with an introduction and we will finish this in the CSS, understanding about viewports. Actually, the purpose of viewport is nothing but viewport can make viewport can make the page more responsive. That means page technically. It can make the page more responsive. So page can fit onto any device fit onto any device. So that means page can fit onto any device. It can reach any device. So generally the page and its contents are adjusted according to the device. So that means responsive is nothing but adaptive nature of page. If you are working on a tab, it will fit to that screen. If you are working for a mobile, it will fit to that screen. But as I already told you, Meta is not only the reason. Along with Meta, several others will also come to picture. Meta is one option. Along with Meta, several others are also required. How viewport is written? What are the basic points about viewport? How usually viewport is written? See, suppose in this page, we have to write Meta. Responsive means Meta uses viewport and content. The values are defined with content. And viewport content, initially we have a width. Width is equal to, we will fit the width. Height you cannot fit because lot of content may be there. Then you have to scroll up and down. But width, instead of scrolling left and right, you can fit it to the page. So that means the width should fit to device width. You have to write this. Remember, these are keywords. Keywords means you have to write exactly like this. So width equal to device width. Okay. And here one more attribute we can write is initial scale. Initial scale is equal to initial scale. That means zoom percent. Initial zoom percent how much? 1.0 is 100%. Initial zoom percent is 100%. If user is changing the zoom percent, if user is changing the device width, screen width, then according to that, that page will fit the contents. That is very good. You can fit the contents according to that. Meta responsiveness have lot of options. This is one option. How you can make it responsive. This is one option actually. So technically, Meta viewport, Meta content, and initial scale. The initial scale can be defined here. Technically, how you can manage that? So how we can configure and manage that, right? So actually, if you see, currently we don't have any content. Roughly, I will put some content, some image. So later we will use the other options also, right? Yeah. Right. So we have lot of options here. Technically, we have lot of options here. The options are nothing but, so there might be lot of content. Image source. For example, we have some pictures. I will add a folder called images. Into that images folder, we will add some images. Already I showed you how do we maintain images, right? So I will copy some pictures into this. So in our computer, we have some images, and let's add some images into it. So few images are there, some speaker, yeah. Some images are present. I will copy these images. Okay. Copy those images. Okay. And let's keep these images here. Yeah. So copy and paste these images into our images folder here. Okay, let's add these images and define now. Technically, I have image source something. Don't worry about how to use images. That is not the point we are discussing, right? So width is suppose 50% and height also 50, like this we define. Don't worry about what is image, how to write images. Just concentrate on the concept, what is meant by responsive and what is the purpose of viewport. That is the point you need to observe first. Later you are going to understand about those options, right? Initially, I will put some content here. Okay. You see, when I run this, currently our page is using viewport. Using viewport will make the page responsive. For example, this is the page and this is the content actually. We have the page and the content. And you can observe here. So when we are dealing with the page, observe here. Suppose this is zoom percent. That means this is the general image and the content we are having. Let's right click on this inspect element. In the inspect element, you can go here at the top. You can see just beside elements button, elements tab, you can see this is a toggle device toolbar. Click on that toggle device toolbar. You can see that left side, this is the device. Currently, you can observe carefully here. So when you are adjusting the width of the page, the content will fit into that page. The content will fit into the page. It will be not having any scrolling left, right. If more content is there, obviously it will scroll up and down, but it will scroll up and down. It has to scroll up and down. But you can observe the image fits according to the browser size. So that means according to the device. You can test different devices here. You can select responsive on what device. Ready-made some devices are there. Suppose iPad. For iPad, that is the screen width. And for some Moto G4, for that this one. For Galaxy, it is this one. Different width surface, it is like this. You keep this responsive and you can adjust this now. And you can see that the contents fits according. But as I already told you, that is not only the point, right? So Meta viewport is one key point, but this is not only the point. Several other things you need to take care to make responsive. But Meta have a responsive option which makes the content responsive. So initially, by using this Meta viewport, you can adjust the screen and content according to the target device actually. Two attributes you have to mention in the content: width to fit the device width and initial scale 1.0, that is 100%. That is the general option defined for Meta. Syntactically, we write the Meta for that like this. So we have initial scale, and we have initial We have initial scale and we have device width. Device width is important currently. Initial scale and all you will learn in CSS, transitions and all, scale, rotate, so many will be there. So Meta has another important keywords. Meta has viewport. The main things in the Meta. So initially at the basic level, so we have 4 options: Meta character set, Meta description, Meta keywords, and Meta viewports. These will play the key role. That is the reason you observe any website. Just I showed you some website, W3 schools, some website I showed you. We will go to the source and inspect the source. and we go into the meta of this head section, you can see their website is also responsive. Their website is also responsive. And when you go to the head section, in the head section, Meta has mainly mentioned character set. And you can see that Meta have mentioned about character set. Meta have mentioned about viewport. And viewport, you see the same what we have written actually. And Meta have keywords. Meta can have description. These all things can be there and can be configured in the Meta options. So technically, several other options are there for Meta, but these are the primary options that you generally use for Meta. Meta has one more option, so that is Meta has request handler option actually. Meta have a request handler. Actually, Meta request handler, it defines how the request is managed. So it specifies the frequency of request. Actually, it has a lot of other options. So it also includes security. So it also includes several other options are included into this. But those all things which you are going to learn in further stages. As of now, one small example you can try with request handler, because you still don't know what is a request handler, how to handle the requests and all. These all things you are gradually going to learn about them step by step. Initially, the very common request handler is, for example, suppose you opened some website, like suppose IPL 2020 some IPL 2020 some website you open. Here we have an official website here. Once you observe this website, if a live match is going on, you can observe that. So here the score will be updated every few seconds. That means every few seconds you can observe that it opens this page and updates this page. Every few seconds it gets the new content and display the new content. That means ball by ball updates it will get and display. That means actually to get the updated new contents, you need to upload the page. Technically, you need to reload the page actually. So, and those new details are uploaded into that page. But very important is here, the key point here is, it is automatically updated every few seconds. How that can happen? There are two options actually. How you want to update? Do you want to update every few seconds entire page or only specific portion of page? If you are looking for only specific portion of page, then we generally call this as AJAX. We can handle that by using AJAX. AJAX is used for only specific portion. But if you want to reload entire page, because sometimes entire page is loaded every 5-10 minutes. How entire page is loaded? So why entire page is loaded? Because not only scorecard, it will update the photos, it will update the other details also every 5-10 minutes. In that case, technically, so we need to make a request every few seconds, which you can manage by using Meta. So what you can do is, you can say Meta HTTP equi. This HTTP equi, it defines how the HTTP headers will work, like language, so like security, like content type, what kind of content to get and display. So many other options will be there. Lot of things will be there. In this HTTP equal to, I am giving refresh. That means I am saying that. So every few seconds, it should refresh. So content will tell how many seconds. Suppose I given 4 seconds. That means now every 4 seconds, a request will go from this page again. That means it will refresh the page again. It will reload the page again. It will refresh and reload the page again. Every few seconds, it is going to do that now. Every few seconds, it is going to manage that now. Every 4 seconds, right? Then I will save this here. I will save and I go into the page. And here, once observe carefully, when I refresh here, you can see that. You can see every 4 seconds, the page is refreshing. Every 4 seconds, it is refreshing. You can see the page is flickering, right? It flickers every few seconds. That means it is going to get the new details every few seconds. Every 4 seconds, it is reloading. But we don't have any content to display every few seconds, right? Yeah. So we have the same content, but every 4 seconds, the page is going to reload because you have defined that through the meta. You have configured that through the meta. So that means meta provides a lot of options. In that HTTP equi provides several options. In that you have seen how refresh works at this level. Because others you can understand gradually in different stages. Because for that we need to learn some more concepts to understand about security and other things. That is too early for us. Initially, this is easily understandable. That's the reason we show here how it refresh every few seconds. So meta has a lot of things and all these defined in the head section. And you can do that. So meta request handler can manage. So syntactically, you can make it refresh every few seconds by using this option, by configuring this option. Technically, that is the meta option, how we can deal with the meta, how we can configure with the meta, right? So these are the general options. So that is in the head section, right? So that means, what do you think 4 means? What is 4? Can anyone tell? What is 4? What is 4? So everyone knows that. That means it is the time interval, right? 4 seconds. Every 4 seconds it will refresh. How many seconds it has to refresh? Everyone given that answer, right? 4 seconds, right? Good. So that is the content actually, right? So technically, this is what actually the point. That means meta has a lot of things and these are the options in the meta. So if you are going gradually in detail about learning of the technology, then you will get more details. When you will get more details and you will have more options to understand about the meta. Initially, this is just a basic option. This is just a basic option to understand how the meta works and how the meta is configured. So meta works and meta is configured, right? So technically now important is the other options we will see in the next levels, right? In the head section, these are the points. So in the head section, finally, entire example, I will just copy that. We don't need any body section as of now, right? So just up to this, what we learned about the head section, this is the code. So this is what we have learned. So we have a title, we have a link, we have meta. And these all are to be in head section. There is no order. That means it's not like in head section, first title, then link, then meta. In meta, which one first, which one second, there is nothing order. All are in head section. So which one first, which one second doesn't matter until or unless they are related to some dynamic programming, right? So the static things, order doesn't matter. You can keep anywhere. Dynamic programming means when you are keeping some scripts and you are using some scripts, then order for the scripts also important, that you will learn while learning about scripts integration and all. Initially, it doesn't matter. You can write any component anywhere inside head section, you can keep anywhere, right? There is no order for that. So in the head section, now we have some more options. As I already told you, typically the head section comprises of a title, a link, a meta. Script and styles are learnt when we are learning about JavaScript and when we are learning about CSS. So as of now, just a basic point you need to know is in the head section, script and style. What is the script? So script element, right? The purpose of script element. Actually, it is used to embed scripts into page. Embed means integrating scripts into page. It can be used for both client side and server side. It can be used for both client side and server side. So client side scripts, server side scripts are integrated into a page by using script element. Some technologies, server side scripts, they include into the page by using that script element. Not every technology. So script element, so that means the script can be any script. That means usually it can be JavaScript. Usually it can be JavaScript. It can be jQuery. It can be AngularJS. So it can be like Angular or jQuery, Bootstrap scripts. So many will be there. Bootstrap also provides some scripts. This all jQuery scripts, JavaScript scripts. Actually, Bootstrap also jQuery only. Here I will give jQuery UI. That is different actually. So these are all different types of scripts that we generally use in our page, that you will obviously learn while learning about JavaScript and all, how to write them, how to integrate them. So now we don't need them initially in HTML, but still in head section, we can keep them. That's the reason simple syntax is we can just write script type is equal to text/JavaScript. And here, so some script you can keep inside it. Some script you can write inside it. Similarly, style element is also present. Style element is also present in the head section, and it is used to embed. It is used to embed styles into page. What are styles? How they are used? That is the next level options. After HTML, you will learn. So styles allow to make HTML more interactive, right? More interactive and responsive. And all these styles are kept in that element. Syntactically, we write by using style tag. Style type is equal to text/CSS. So don't worry about what is text/CSS and what is other points, this, right? Because these you are going to learn later, not now. But just you want to know what are present in the head section generally. That's the reason we discussed here these two options also. But we are not going to use them now. We are going to learn and use them in the later stages in styles and in JavaScript concept. We will discuss about them. So these all together make the head section. So typically the head section of a HTML page comprises of titles, link, meta, script, and style. These are the general common things in the head section of page, right? Next, after understanding the head section, now we need to understand about the HTML body section. Body section. Actually, body section defines the content to display in browser workspace. In browser workspace. Actually, browser workspace, the content to display in browser workspace. Suppose this is browser. So in this browser, so here, this is the browser. In the browser, lot of options are there. In the browser, lot of options are there. Usually, basic options. So in the browser generally, what are the options in the browser? That means what are the options in the browser actually? See, so this is browser. That is the basic browser. What generally you need to know about this browser is, yeah, let's say, means the casual things in the browser here. So this is called, so this is usually referred as, that is actually referred as the title bar. So that is referred as the title bar. That is the location where the title is displayed for the content, right? That is the title bar. And this is actually, and this is usually the toolbar. So that is actually toolbar. So that is the toolbar, right? And this is actually the address bar. So this is the address bar. Address bar. So that is the address bar. So, and the entire white space that is there, this is workspace. We call this is workspace. That is the workspace. So that means the white area that is present there, we generally call that as a workspace. So body section contains information to display inside this workspace. Information to display inside the workspace. So that is technically workspace. That means in the workspace, what you want to show. In the workspace, what you want to display. That is defined here. So just roughly for your understanding sake, I will keep that screenshot there, right? This is workspace. So body section defines the content to display in the browser workspace. Browser workspace. And important is body element. Body element. So body element is a container element. Container element that contains components to display in workspace. Components to display in workspace. And very important is body element comprises of following properties. So that means attributes, following attributes. It comprises of several attributes. So what are the attributes in the body section? So what are the attributes of the body section? How do we deal with the attributes in the body section? So let's see what are the attributes in the body section and how we can use the attributes of the body section. So many attributes are present. Body section is defined by using this body element. That means let's design another page, some new page, home, or simply body demo.html. Okay, basically we will start with the doc type HTML head. Every day we don't need to write all meta and all. Title I will say body demo. This is enough now. Now you have information to display in the title bar. So we have that body demo. I want to display some content in the workspace. Then we have to keep that in the body section. In the body section, we will say here, welcome to HTML. Some content we are displaying. That is the body. And you can see in the body section that information will be displayed. Now, actually, body element is having a lot of important attributes. What are the attributes of body element, and what is the purpose of those attributes? We need to understand. Let's see. What are the attributes? Attribute and description. So body section related attributes and how we can deal with them. First important in the body section, when we are dealing with the attributes, body has options like BG color. BG color. BG color is an attribute. So this BG color attribute, it sets a background color for page. It sets a background color for page because body is for entire page, right? We have background is another attribute. It sets background image. Instead of color, it sets a background picture. You can keep background picture. For that we have background. BG color, it sets a color. Text is an attribute. It sets a color for body text. It sets color for body text. Color for body text. For body text, what the color you want? Body background, BG color. Body text, these options you can define. So technically, so many others are there. First we will see this. So body section, this is the body section it is displaying. And we can put here, so BG color is equal to some light green, some color I given light green. And you can see that it will put that background color for the body section. That means entire body in that color. So now if I want to change the text color, we have to say text. Text is the foreground color, background and foreground colors. So foreground color, so red. So then it will keep the text color to red. Some say white. Initially, we will use color names. Later, we can use color codes and others because we will learn as per the situation how to deal with these color codes and all. How we can work with the color codes and how do we deal with the color codes, right? So let's see how we can manage and how we can deal with them, right? Working with the color codes and color options here, technically. Later we will see them, color codes and all. This is background color and text color, BG color and text color, combination how you define. So this is syntactically defined. So this is syntactically configured in this way, right? So that means just example, I will keep that here. So this is the background color and the text color. So just syntactically, let's keep this sentence. How do we define the background color and define? Right. So what do you mean by combination of color, Mr. Ajay? Yes, Ajay. What do you mean by combination of color?
Sir, my main is to say that combination of two colors means background is displayed in multicolor.
Background multicolor.
Yeah.
That is called gradient, right?
Okay.
We are talking about background color, not background gradient. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You can put everything in the world, but currently that is not the concept. BG color means background color. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So it puts the background color. So background you can put anything, color, gradients, pictures, everything, right? We are talking about HTML BG color attribute. What you can put with BG color attribute, you can put only background color. Now, can I put a picture? That is what we are going to deal later, right? So pictures, that is what I said, we can put a background picture. So background picture. So we set a background picture, then instead of background color, we can put a background picture. So we simply use background. Currently, we have only two options. Either you put a color or you put a background. If you want to change them, you have to use CSS. By using CSS, you can do a lot of things. You can put multiple pictures. You can put multiple gradients. That is not there in HTML. In HTML, only two options. Either you put color, background. You cannot even adjust them also. That means, for example, background picture. Where is your picture? Suppose I am defining in images slash. Suppose in images we have some shoe dot jpg that will be used as a background picture. So then text I will change it to red. So then it is changed to red. But you cannot adjust this now. Like I want it only one. I want it to fit. I want the size reduced. No, you can't do that. You can't do that in HTML. In HTML, you are just learning about how to keep them. So how to modify them, you can't do that. So that you have to do with CSS, styles and options we have to use. Initially, so only HTML, what you can manage, you can put a background picture. Now, sometimes people ask like, sir, can we put background color and background picture? Right? When you ask a question, first you have to think about that point. Is it possible? That means what exactly you are talking about. So that is also sensible. That is first important. Right? Many people ask this question, sir, can we set both background color and image? Is it making any sense of speaking? Like background color, background image. How you are going to visualize that actually first. That is the first point. That means half color, half image, or on the image you will put a color, or the color you will put an image. Only one is going to display. Both are not going to happen. Right? That means the point is, if you are using both, then which one will come? That is the question. Not like, can we use both? Can we use both? Not at all a point. Right? You cannot use both. Right? Only one can be used. Then if I use written both, which one will work? That is important. That means I said color, BG color as red and background image is shoe. Then always image dominates. Always image dominates. That means you can see image comes, the background image comes, color never shown. If you remove that image, then the color will be displayed as background, will be used as background. That means always the priority here we are defining, right? So here important is how we can configure. Now another person came. What is your doubt, Yash Gupta? What is your doubt, Yash Gupta? You will not talk, right? You just put some comment. What is your doubt?
Hello.
Tell me.
Kana.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
You talk. Let me clarify your doubt first. What is your doubt? I am unable to hear you.
Hello.
Can you speak aloud? Yes. What is your doubt? That is what just now I said. Keep some general common sense in thinking, then you will understand the point. Hope you understood that, right? Already I showed you, keep some common sense in thinking, then you will understand the point. Okay. Because just now we discussed that, right? Anything. So if you are talking about other than these two options, that means you are talking about adding the additional effects which we can do with the styles. Okay. Now you come with a new invention, right? Don't invent new things, just follow the point. Okay. Here the point is either you can set background color or background image, either any one of these, right? That is the basic thing. So that means you cannot have both. That is what the key point I am explaining all the time, right? You cannot have both. And I showed you practically, right? If you put both of them, background image and background color, so then it will dominate with this background. That means it will dominate with the image. How you can keep the image center, how you can keep the image one, how you can change the image size. I am explaining that clearly that you cannot do in HTML. For that you have to use CSS. With CSS we can manage everything, right? That is what you have to concentrate when we discuss about the point, right? Yeah. Now the key point here is only one option can be there, either background color or background. Technically background color or background. Now how we can display styles, that is all CSS thing. How we can manage, that is all CSS thing. So you can take a small image and you can keep that image. Then you can see that image coming in the background. And we can keep the images center to page. We can keep the images stretch to page with the styles. So HTML will just keep that image. We cannot modify that. That is background color and background image and the text, how we can define them. Body have another important attribute, that is, so we have v-link. V-link is an attribute. So it sets color for visited link. We have a link is the color. So that means it sets color for active link. We have the options as v-link and a-link actually. But for that actually we need to learn about links. So we can see the links and we can learn about the links. Then we can apply them actually. But currently we don't know about links, but still we can try this and see that. Because when you learn about links, you can observe that generally in a page, you can have links. Technically in a page, you can have links. For example, in the page, we have some links. How to create links later you will learn. We generally use links with href. Suppose contact.html. So this is a contact page. And we have another link here. Href is equal to shopping. Suppose amazon.in. So that is shopping. So http://www.amazon.in. Okay. And here we have another option like flights. So here href is equal to http some makemytrip.com, something like this. Now usually when you look at this, actually we have links, and you can observe that in this we have shopping and flights and options here. So spam. And you can see some, suppose say www.makemytrip.com, some hotels. So booking.com, something like this I given. You can see that colors change combination actually. That means here we have the colors for the links. A dark blue color is given, which indicates that it is not visited. That means it is a normal link. That is the color for normal link. Normal link colors also we can change. That is with CSS we can change. HTML provides option for visited link, not for normal links. So visited link is shopping here. Why it is in this color? Because already in my browser, I visited that once. Then in that case, it will have that color. That means it will be displayed with that color. So that means that is visited color. And if I click flights, flights is not visited. If I click flights, it will visit some website. If you visited and come back again, the color will change. This is visited color. You can change the color by using VLink. VLink is visited link. Visited links I will put as some gray. So that means visited link color is gray color. You can see gray color comes for visited link. You can change the color for visited link. And normal link color you cannot change directly. For that we need to use some CSS. Visited link color you can change. Now see, when I click on flights, it should visit that booking.com website. Okay, after booking.com website, I come back now and you can see that. So when I come back here, you can see that its color changed now because I visited. So this is visited color and this is not visited. I click on contact. There is no contact page to visit. It says cannot visit it, and go back. It is never visited. That means it will stay in the same color. But other colors are changing. These are visited colors. Visited links color you can change. Normal color link also you can change, right? So normal link color also you can change. For that we need some CSS actually. Here in body we have only VLink, visited link. And we have a link, that is active link. Active link color, I can change the active link color. Active link color to red. Usually a link is active link. Active link means link becomes active when you move the mouse onto it and hold down the button. It is active now. When you release the button, you will visit it. When you hold down, it is active. That is active. I click on that link, it is active. That becomes active. Active color we can change. Active color we can change. So that is links, right? You cannot try this directly. In order to try this, first you have to know about links, but still they are attribute in the body section. So first we need to know about them, and later we will use them when specially working with links. We can do more than what we see here with CSS. Initially, we have only two colors, visited link and active link. So again, I am saying for normal link, you cannot change the color with HTML, but you can change by using other attributes. Anything else you can do, but by using other options in CSS. Initially in HTML, you can manage only two things, visited link and active link. So the colors for visited and active links, so that you can manage. So a simple example for these two, so visited and active link colors. So we can define this example. I'm just giving the body section, rest of head and everything you can design every time. No need to do that. So in the body section, I just given this. Don't worry about anchors, links and options at this moment, so that you will learn in the next levels. So initially you need to understand the purpose of these two attributes. What is the purpose of the attributes and how do we deal with those attributes? So technically the attributes and their options, how do we manage them? All right. So in the body, we have background color, background image, text color, and links. And we have options for margins. We have left margin. We have left margin. We have right margin. These are keywords. So you have to type continuous. We have top margin. And we have bottom margin. Bottom margin. These are margins. Actually, the purpose is nothing but so defines the space between the content and page, space between the content and page. So how much space you want between the content and the page, that you can adjust. That means it uses so directions, it uses space above, space above, space below, and so left and right, left and right. It uses the space above, below, left and right. That's how it manages. That means when you are displaying content, that means if you have a lot of contents here, let's put some paragraphs of information here to handle that. So general, a paragraph of information here. Let's copy some paragraph and keep that in the display, right? Generally, how we can manage and display, how we can configure and display that, right? So this is some paragraph of information we are having in the page. Now you can see that this paragraph, you can have a lot of paragraphs information there. And this is all the content we have. And you can see the content is exactly at the page borders. So we need to adjust some space. Then you can keep here margins. So left margin. So how much you want. Generally, in order to understand how much margin, initially, I will give as percentage. Later, we will learn about pixels and all. Suppose 10% of existing page, 10% of left margin. Then you can see from left, it will adjust 10%. Similarly, right margin, some 10%, 10%. Top margin, some 15%. And the bottom margin, so also some 15%. And you don't want, you can ignore any one, right? Just here, you can see that top, bottom, all the margins are adjusted here. That means the content from the top, 15%. Okay, I will change the content from top as 5%, then 5% from the top. Left and right, you can adjust more. That means, so I said that 20% and 20% left and right, it will adjust more. So the entire page content is adjusted into that margin. Entire page content is adjusted into that. So margin units, how to write. So currently percent is enough for current understanding. Later you will learn about the different units, pixels, points, because how we can write them. Usually you will learn about the units and measurements, how to define in CSS. Here in HTML, some units are useful, which we will discuss in the next stage. Initially, the percent indicates that, so out of the complete page, 10%, the left margin is given, or 20% it is given. So that means you can adjust the space between the content and the options here. That is the margins you can configure. So that is done. And remember, this is only for spacing between the contents and the page. Several other options will be there, alignments and all, but these attributes are related to margins. How do we define the margins and how do we configure the margins for the page? And these are the 4 different margins that we can define for the page. So body section, so it can use these margins and configure these margins. So example is this, just the body section. Inside that you can keep any content. This is the body section with margins. So body section is defined with body tag, and body tag usually contains a lot of elements, a lot of attributes. These are all the attributes of body. But important, now in the latest version, HTML5 onwards, from HTML5 onwards, body section is again divided, inside body section is again divided into several parts. That means HTML5 body section comprises of new elements. Those elements are used to make HTML more better than what it is having in the previous version. In the previous version, we don't have all these new elements in the body section. Actually, the body section of HTML5 provides new elements to to make HTML more interactive, HTML more, not just actually interactive, more SEO friendly, actually friendly. So more SEO friendly. In the body section, lot of elements will be there. We are talking about the elements. We are currently talking about the elements. So the new elements used in body layout. We are talking about only layout, right? The new elements used in body layout. There are several elements used in the body layout. We have aside. Aside is a new element. Article, dialogue, figure, fig caption. So we have header, we have menu, we have nav, we have section. So we have footer, we have div, and we have span. These are the new elements introduced into the body section for the body layout. Remember, I am talking about body layout. So without having a proper knowledge, don't talk like, sir, paragraph, sir, pictures, sir, links, all are present in body. All are present in body section. Who says no? All are present. Because some people will come with this question. Sir, in body section, paragraph will be there, heading will be there, table will be there. Right. So initially, we are talking about body layout, the main layout of the body, and the new HTML layout. And HTML5 layout of the body. Inside body, a lot of things are present. We don't care about that, right? Initially, we are talking about the layout. Layout is structuring the page and keeping the contents organized in the page. For that, body layout requires some elements. And earlier, we don't have these elements. Now, in HTML5, these elements are introduced. Earlier, because we don't have these elements, lot of problems in presentation, lot of problems in SEO also, search engine friendly also, making search engine friendly. So now these will make the body section more better in functioning, then more SEO friendly. And you can design layouts so in such a way that they can load faster than previous. So, and they will be more search engine friendly, that they can identify which content is present in which location. And what is the purpose of these elements and how to use these elements, we have to learn now. That means inside body section, again, several components are there, divisions. And what are these divisions and what is the purpose of these divisions, we have to understand. So that we will see in our next session. So tomorrow we will continue with this, right? Tomorrow we will discuss about all these elements and how to design the body section of page, how we can design the body, and inside body content, so many others will come. We will discuss all of them in tomorrow's session, right? Okay. Hope you are practicing with all the examples, right? Examples, you are practicing with all the examples. And you are working with all the examples that we are learning in the class. So you done with all the favorite icons and all, everything you practiced, right? You don't have any doubt, any problem in that, right? Right. I told you, right? 1-2 days, our admin will verify how many people are newly added, and our admin will verify all the new people in the session and what sessions they missed. Then based on that, I will conduct a backup, right? So it will take 1-2 days because he will verify all the people who missed out the sessions, and based on that, we will conduct a backup session, right? In that, the previous topics we will be covered, right? Yes, Vivek.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
Morning.
सर एक्चुअली मेटा कैट सेट थोड़ा सा क्लियर नहीं था ना, थोड़ा सा एक बार बता दीजिए।
हाँ, मेटा
कैट सेट एक एट्रीब्यूट है ना, कैट सेट।
it indicates what languages are supported in the displaying the contents, right?
लैंग्वेजेस।
English, German, French, Korean, Chinese, right? UTF-8 means it is supporting all languages. Okay.
ओके, यूटेफ इज स्टैंडर्ड।
Standardization given for those languages.
ओके
Unicode transformation format, right? It is a standardization for the languages, right? Understood? Yes, Mukesh.
Sir,
Ah,
sir, I created the icon, but icon is not displaying in the web page.
can you share your screen?
Yeah, sir, definitely. Sorry,
It is visible.
yeah, I will show the code. See, sir, link.
Where is the code? You share entire screen. I am unable to see entire screen. I think you shared only browser.
A minute, sir.
Share your entire screen.
Sir, can you see that code?
Where is your file present?
Yeah, in icons, icons it's present, sir. In C drive.
No. Here only, na? Icons. Okay.
Yeah.
Shortcut icon, not shortcut icons, relation.
Okay.
Now
How it works, sir?
see.
Yeah, it's working. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, Nikhil.
हेलो सर, गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
मॉर्निंग।
हेलो
Yes.
सर, उस दिन जो फिजिकल पार्ट का जो सर प्रोग्राम हो रहा था वो तो सॉर्ट आउट हो गया, आ जा रहा है सर्वर में, बट सर जब उसे ओपन विथ विजुअल कोड करते हैं, विजुअल स्टूडियो कोड लैब सर्वर के साथ, तो वो सर ऑन नहीं होता है।
क्या प्रॉब्लम? क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है? एरर शेयर करो एक बार स्क्रीन।
हो रहा है सर। ये सर देखिए, जैसे ट्रॉपिकल होम डॉट एचटीएमएल यहाँ पे ये है
क्या है?
राइट क्लिक सर, ओपन विथ लैब सर्वर कर रहे हैं तो यहाँ पे फेल दिखाता है, ऑप्शन आता है, शो ही नहीं होता लैब सर्वर के साथ। ये देखिए, सर्वर इज स्टार्टेड फॉर बट इस आगे कुछ नहीं होता, डोंट शो अगेन।
Live server started है, but your browser have problem, right?
Yes sir।
browser को open करो separately। ब्राउजर को ओपन, किसी ब्राउजर को ओपन करो, किसी भी ब्राउजर को।
ओके।
ओपन हुआ?
यस सर हो रहा है।
ब्राउजर में http://localhost:5500 पोर्ट नंबर टाइप करो, आएगा।
सर ये भी करके दिया था सर, फिर भी नहीं आया था।
कहाँ है? दिख रहा नहीं? शेयर करो एक बार स्क्रीन।
स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है सर।
ब्राउजर नहीं दिख रहा है, पूरा स्क्रीन को शेयर करो।
ओके सर।
ये टाउन क्लास होती ना खाली कोई तो आनी वाला की ता खुली यहाँ पे सफा करते आई लॉक करना।
आप सो रहा है सर?
हाँ हाँ, टाइप करो URL लोकल होस्ट
https://
लोकल होस्ट कोलन स्लैश नहीं कोलन पोर्ट नंबर 5500 पोर्ट नंबर होता है उसका 5500।
5500 इंटर।
एंटर।
This site can't be provided a secure connection. क्या करो? रिलोड।
ऑलरेडी लोडेड है ना?
ये से आ रहा है दिस साइट कांट प्रोवाइड में शो हो रहा है।
HTTPS नहीं HTTP।
HTTP।
IIS इंस्टॉल्ड है तुम्हारे कंप्यूटर में?
यस सर। HTTP /local
आ रहा है ना?
ये homes.html।
कोई पेज है ना तुम्हारे वेबसाइट में?
यस सर, अभी यही है home.html।
हाँ हाँ।
तो सर ये डायरेक्ट ओपन स्लैब सर्वर क्यों नहीं हो रहा है उसका?
आपका ब्राउजर अपडेटेड नहीं है, एक बार ब्राउजर को अपडेट करो नया वर्जन। ओके
ओके सर।
हाँ
थैंक यू सर।
okay then, right, let's meet tomorrow then, continue. Thank you.
तार किसी ना